What's going on, YouTube? This is Necrostevo, and I have summoned all the power that I can to make my voice work long enough to record this battle video for you today. Now, this is a battle that I had against Renato, one of my awesome Twitter followers. I'll leave his Twitter handle in the description in case you guys want to go challenge him. I believe he just challenged me randomly. I think I was training with something one day. I had a random party in my box of things that I wanted to test out. And the number one thing I wanted to test out is my unburdened halucha, named after the sriracha sauce that I love to cook with. He starts off with a Star Raptor, did not want to stay in here in case he wanted to go for a Brave Bird or Double Edge. He ends up going for Double Edge, which is okay. Carbink takes that relatively well. That damage does tell me that he is most likely banded. But then, of course, I see the life form and it's like, well crap, how powerful is Star Raptor? That did a lot of damage. And I'm almost max physical defense on my Carbink. So, I see this as an opportunity to just set up my stealth rocks. I know Excadrill can come in and scare me out, but at the same point, it's like, I at least want to force him to rapid spin. That's what my thinking was there. No sense in letting him just come in and set up Swords Dances in my face without making him at least rapid spin at some point. With something like Star Raptor running around, don't really want to, set up screens right now. I'd rather just get damage on things that I can. And now, expecting him to set up a Swords Dance, I'm going to go for Reflect. So now the Reflect is going to cancel out the Swords Dance for 5 turns. I actually finally got a Light Clay over Wonder trade. Someone traded me something holding a Light Clay. So that was a nice get there. Now, expecting Earthquake here, I decided to go out into my Trevenant named after Bram. I really wanted to Will-O-Wisp, but I also knew I could really go for some damage here. But at the same time, it's like, nah, let's just go ahead and Will-O-Wisp. I was really hoping I didn't get flinched. I don't get flinched, fortunately. And so we're able to burn the Excadrill, which is fantastic. Now, me not attacking this Excadrill comes back to bite me in the butt so hard later on because I could have sworn that I popped its stupid air balloon. But notice that I never physically, I never actually attacked it. I just burned it, I set up Reflect, and I set up Stealth Rocks while it was in. For some reason I was thinking I attacked it. But anyways though, I figured that he would expect me to expect the Ferrothorn switch in, and so I thought he might stay in and maybe try to Rock Slide some more for maybe a flinch or two. But he actually just switches right into Ferrothorn, which sucks because I take a ton of recoil damage between the Rocky Helmet and the Iron Barbs. And I saw it coming, and I figured he'd expect that, and I could have just Will-O-Wisped again and saved myself a turn and a lot of recoil damage. But unfortunately, this is going to allow him to set up some entry hazards as well. And I don't think I'm carrying a spinner on my team. I just had a bunch of random things because I've been breeding so many Pokemon. Well, there goes my voice. I've been breeding a lot of Pokemon, and it's just been a lot of fun testing things out and entering little random tournaments with completely random Pokemon. No real team structure, to be completely honest. But since I have a free switch basically into my Choice Banded Huge Power Edge Diggerbee, I really just wanted to switch in here and force him out. I was afraid of going for the U-turn because I did not want the recoil, and so I just physically switched out there to my Carbink, expecting Star Raptor to come back in. And Star Raptor is just going to go for Brave Bird, which is fine by me. I want as much damage on the Star Raptor as possible. So much willpower on the voice here. I will prevail. Star Raptor is getting worn down quite nicely just by its own recoil and the Life Orb. He does go for Close Combat here, which actually does a decent chunk of damage. And I'm just going to set up the screens. I could have gone for Power Gem to knock him out, but he didn't really bother me. with his Staraptor at this point. Because now if he switches out, he'll die to rocks on switching, or he might live but only be able to do one attack. And I can always finish him off with a quick attack from my Diggersby. So I wasn't that worried about him. Now Clawwitzer comes in here, and I really need to start preparing for Clawwitzers, just because they tend to wreck my teams when I bring random things. Especially since the most common variant that I've seen is Scarf. So, yeah, be prepared for Scarf Clawwitzer. So I was just like, let's just go out into my Florges. I was pretty sure I could take anything that he could go for. But then he shows me that he has Sludge Bomb, which I had no idea that Clawwitzer could learn. I need to put that on my own Clawwitzer. This Florges, of course, is not specially defensive. It's my special tank. It's max HP, max special attack, designed to pass wishes around. Otherwise, I definitely would have taken that Sludge Bomb a lot better. And even though it's neutral on my specially defensive Trevenant, with my HP being that low, I'm not going to be able to live a hit. And it's pretty likely that I'm thinking he was probably Scarf, so he probably would have outsped me anyway. Now, thinking that he's locked into it, I'm going to go on to Lago Gaia, and I wanted to check to see if he was locked into it. And I outspeed, so I know he's not Scarf, so I was like, maybe he's Specs, and I really wish I had just used Earthquake, because I definitely thought he was going to switch out. But since he did not switch out, that means that he's not locked into Sludge Bomb anymore. And I was expecting Aura Sphere here, and the only thing I really wanted to take that was my Carbink. And that's why I really wish I had saved my Trevenant there and not misplayed with it against the Ferrothorn. He would have had a lot more HP to work with had I not gone for that Horn Leech, what I did. Now this does give me a great opportunity to set up my Hawlucha. I had so much frustration trying to breed this thing to get the IVs I wanted with the ability I wanted, and it's holding a Lychee Berry, and it uses Sub, Lychee Berry, and it has High Jump Kick alongside Poison Jab and Acrobatics. Now I know that I'm going to take a ton of recoil if I touch the Ferrothorn, and I need that to happen because I want my Lychee Berry to activate as soon as possible, but I don't want it to activate when attacking the Ferrothorn again. Will knock me out. And so I need him to take out my Sub. I don't want him to touch me. I don't want him to hit me physically. Even though he's burned, I'd rather do the damage where I can control how much damage I'm taking rather than him attacking me. And after seeing how much damage that that first touching him did between the Rocky Helmet and the Iron Barbs, I know if I touch him again, it'll put me right in range for my Lychee Berry without killing me, which is really, really important here. So I have 9 HP left because I just did the math from the first amount of recoil that I took. And now my speed is doubled. I have a +1 attack boost. I have High Jump Kick. I have Acrobatics and Poison Jab for coverage. We are ready to go. We are ready to, I guess Lucha. For those of you guys who know that show, just yell Lucha as loud as you can right now. I would, but I don't really have a voice. Now he Mega Evolves. I think I actually still outspeed after he Mega Evolves, but of course, as someone explained in one of my other videos, the turn priority is set at the beginning of the turn, so he wouldn't get the speed boost until later. Now, here is where things go downhill because I missed the High Jump Kick, and with 9 HP left, that's no good. I'm pretty sure if I had hit that, I would have swept the rest of his team, because I could have hit everything else with Acrobatics. There would have been no need for High Jump Kick. And that's actually the first time Sriracha has missed his High Jump Kick, so that was just really ill-timed. Now here is where I forget that he still has an air balloon, and that was partly due to me being very annoyed that I missed the High Jump Kick, and partly due to me laughing so hard that I missed the High Jump Kick. So I definitely forgot that he had an air balloon, and now I'm locked into Earthquake, and he's setting up Swords Dances. Not particularly good. All I have left are my Aurorus, Florges, and my Choice Band Diggersby, and he still has his Clawwitzer, I think, and his Staraptor. Earthquake is unfortunately going to be able to easily take out Florges, and I know I can outspeed him with my Aurorus, but this is when I was still trying out Freeze Dry. And this move has just been completely underwhelming for me. It does not hit hard enough, and I've never had it freeze, and I never had an occasion to use it on a water Pokemon trying to switch in. That and Aurorus gets Thunderbolt. So I've had a lot more success using Nature Power and Thunderbolt than I have using Freeze Dry. So the Freeze Dry fails to kill, whereas Nature Power definitely would have killed because it even gets the 30% damage boost from the ability Refrigerate. And now I can't really do anything. Like, I can use Earthquake here, then this Star Raptor comes in, and I think the Star Raptor, I would... Oh no, I used Earthquake because I knew that I still needed to hit... He had one other Pokemon left that was faster, and I thought Star Raptor would die to entry hazards, and then I could have used Earthquake on his last Pokemon to win the battle still. But his Star Raptor barely survives the entry hazard switch in, and is able to finish me off with a close combat. I'm trying to remember what his last Pokemon was there that I knew outsped my Diggersby. That Diggersby's build only has enough speed to outspeed base 75s with a plus speed nature, I believe. Oh, Blissey! That's whom I needed to kill. And I definitely could not have KO'd Blissey with a quick attack. I would have needed Earthquake to KO that thing. And so that's why I went for Earthquake over quick attack. But alas, Sriracha, I guess you got too hyped, man. You jumped too far off the high ropes and you flew out the other side of the ring. That's all that happened right there. So I hope you all enjoyed this battle. My voice is breaking down, so I'm going to say goodbye right now, but enjoy these pictures. Make sure, if you're not following me on Facebook, come and check out my page. I'm starting to post a lot of the pictures that I find on forums and Reddit, so come check out the page and see if you can make a request for any other pictures. Anyways, though, you guys have a great weekend. Talk to you all later. Bye now.